Welcome back. It's going to be 4 days now since the shocking Anjali hit and drag case in the national capital. Today, the Delhi police had a detailed press conference in which they added a new twist. There are 2 more accused against whom there is a lookout now. This is in addition to the 5 who are already under arrest. The police have revealed their names, but not much else. It is shocking, though, how such a high-profile crime could happen right under the nose of the Delhi police. And 4 days on, there are still 2 people, one of whom happens to be the owner of the car, who are still out at large.
Justice for Anjali. The chorus is getting louder and louder. People were out on streets on a cold Thursday morning in the national capital. Anjali's family members and neighbors took out a protest march and demanded strict action against all the accused.
They are also saying that this girl Nidhi, who is believed to be the friend of Anjali, should be tried under the law as well, because as far as her statement is concerned, so she is somewhere misleading the investigation.
अगर ये हादसा होता तो गाड़ी है, गाड़ी के नीचे कुछ भी आता है, अगर एक अद्दा आ जाता है तो उसमें भी पता लगता है कि गाड़ी के नीचे कुछ आया है, तो इंसान हादसे के मुताबिक देखना चाहिए ना उतर के। देखो, हम अंजलि की दोस्त को नहीं जानते थे, हमारी बेटी हमारे घर से अकेली आती थी और अकेली जाती थी। निधि से क्या लिंक है हम उसके बारे में नहीं जानते बिल्कुल भी।
Even Nidhi's mother today came out and defended her daughter. She revealed that Nidhi got scared after they met with the accident. Nidhi's mother went on to allege that the accused even tried to run the car over her.
3 बजे आई थी साहब जी।
3 बजे रात में?
हाँ जी। घबरा रही थी बहुत तगड़ी, मम्मी मेरे साथ एक्सीडेंट हो गया बहुत तगड़ा। मेरे को भी मार रहे थे वो लोग। बस यही बात हुई थी साहब जी।
On the other hand, there has been some shocking revelations that have been made in the case. The Delhi police today conducted a press briefing and revealed that there are total 7 accused in the case and 2 of them are still missing.
CCTV फुटेज के आधार पर और जो CDR के आधार पर हमें ये पता लगा है कि इसमें 2 लोग और इन्वॉल्व थे और उनके लिए पुलिस अभी रेड कर रही है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी जारी है।
Meanwhile, a new CCTV footage has also emerged. 5 accused in the case can be seen abandoning their vehicle in a parking lot and fleeing in an auto after the accident. One of the accused got out of the vehicle and looked down to check under the car on the left side. This coincides with the forensic report which confirmed that Anjali's body was stuck on the left front wheel of the car. If we look at all the evidences which have been found until now and the adding up of 2 more accused in the case, a question clearly arises here. Is it still not a case of murder?
All right, on the talking point this evening, Shazia Elmi, spokesperson of the BJP, Anjali Rai, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, T.R. Kakkar is former Commissioner of Police of Delhi, and Asha Devi is the mother of Nirbhaya. Shazia Elmi, let me start with you first. It's been 4 days and we've been speaking about this case. Today, on the 4th day after this case came to light, the police are saying it's not just these 5 accused, there are 2 more accused, both of whom are out at large. One of them happens to be the owner of the car. The car in this case, in this instance, is practically the murder weapon. And today, 4 days later, the police say these 2 people are also accused in this case and we're on the lookout for them. At every step, the Delhi police's functioning and its investigation in this case is being brought under question.
So I'm sure, I have faith in the team that is leading the investigation right now. But I'm just quite shocked at how things are turning out. For instance, we've just come to know about two more persons, who are involved in this. I'm also very shocked to hear that we are not even interrogating deeply the hotel owner or the person in charge at that point of time, who turned Anjali and Nidhi away. Because had he not done that, none of this would have happened. So it's very depressing, really, in so many ways. One is, of course, the Delhi police and the lack of patrolling that should have been there. Two, the poor response to the calls made to the PCR. And there is no forgiving that or letting go of that. After all, we want a better system, irrespective of the fact that who the political masters may be. So there has to be accountability. These are, after all, our girls. They could be anybody from our family. And also because, it's very sad, the kind of end this girl met. So while I understand everybody's very angry with Vidhi, and that's what I keep saying, I'm sure what she said about inebriation was wrong, because clearly the post-mortem report says that.
Yeah.
But I also would like to point out, if somebody in Delhi police was trying to cover up, then obviously they could not manipulate the post-mortem report, because that happens in medico-legal cases like this. But more importantly, that what we hear about the call detail records.
Yeah.
So I feel it's delayed. Let's just wait. But yeah, it's extremely, it lays open, it exposes a lot of lacunae, the loopholes.
Anjali Rai
And
of the Aam Aadmi Party, today
how
the
sad that is.
Delhi police came out and said, basis call record details, two things are clear, that there are no calls between Anjali and these 5 accused, so they clearly did not know each other. And basis called record details, they're also saying that there are 2 more accused because the accused were in touch with these 2 individuals who are still out at large. There's a simple question that's being asked. Here are 5 or 4 young drunk men who are driving around with a dead body under the chassis of their car for 2 hours. Surely they would have made phone calls in that period. Why is the Delhi police not revealing that call detail record?
See, it's very unfortunate whatever has happened. We are really shocked. And I want to ask BJP party, under the rule of BJP party, which always talks about bringing Ram Rajya, condition of women is really deplorable. All the women are feeling unsafe now. Every day we hear horrendous crime committed against women in one or another state. And, 15.3% rise is in crime against women, while conviction rate is only 28%, which is very sad. And every day you see, day before this horrendous crime which took in Delhi, we really are so sorry for the girl, and it's really shameful for us and for the whole country which has happened in Delhi. And BJP is doing nothing. BJP is in charge of law and order. LG of Delhi is in charge of law and order. They should take stern steps against the police or the people who ever are responsible for this horrendous crime.
No, Ms. Rai, I don't think there is any gain to be achieved by politicizing this. Ultimately, all of us are interested in justice for Anjali. No young girl should go through the kind of harrowing experience that she did. But I want to ask T.R. Kakkar, the former police commissioner. Sir, I think the role of the Delhi police is being brought into question. First, they took 15 hours to register the FIR. Second, the initial provisions, they did not include culpable homicide. Then they produced this star witness. Within 24 hours, there are multiple holes in her theories. And now, on the 4th day of investigation, they are saying, by the way, there are 2 more people who are absconding, one of whom happens to own this car. The car's registration is under his name, Ashutosh's name is, and he is out at large. Surely, and I'm not even going into, the multiple PCR calls that were missed, the multiple PCR vans that passed by this car and no action was taken. I'm not even going into all of that. At every step of the way, there seems to be serious questions about the sheer incompetence. I'm sorry I'm using a very strong word, but it seems on the face of it, the sheer incompetence of the Delhi police.
I will handle your questions in 2 phases. The first is whether the investigation is being conducted as it should have been or as it should be. Let me assure you that the investigation is perfectly on the right track. I know people are agitated, they are emotional, a painful death has taken place of a young girl. But as far as charge of murder under 302 is concerned, it has to have some sort of pre-planning or motive or something like that. And emotions are okay. We have to prove, the police has to prove case in the court of law, and emotions don't work there. They have gathered all the evidence, and I can assure you that all the evidence has, whatever information is there with them today, everything is not being divulged, and nobody divulges it, no police force divulges it. They are only tying the loose ends now, and as soon as those ends are tied up, they will probably frame a charge sheet at this stage or maybe a little later. Now, as far as the accused are concerned, from 5 to 7, well, it is possible, and it is possible. It is possible absolutely, because somebody owns the car. Now that car, man was not there, but he owns the car, so he is one more accused. And there is a driver and allegedly who was driving, and the actual driver. So this is okay.
No,
they are
but
going to apprehend those
when a car is involved in an accident, or in this case, and I say this, culpable homicide, the first thing you check is in whose name the car is registered. The fact that it took them 4 days to come out and say that, by the way, the car is registered in somebody else's name, and that person is still out at large, I think that is really worrisome.
Well, no, there is nothing to worry, you see, because the car has been registered in somebody's name. That name has now come out. It can take, I'm not very sure as to why it took little time, but ultimately the car owner has been caught. Now the second part that is worrisome is the lapses that have taken place after the accident and before the body was, immediately after the accident and the recovery of the body.
Correct.
Now, various PCR calls were made to PCR and all that. And let me assure you that as per the procedure in Delhi Police, a very high level departmental inquiry is going on, must be going on, to find out exactly the lapses on part of each individual on that route who was supposed to be responding to these calls, and they will take very severe action against them.
Okay, we'll see, we'll await that. But let me ask Asha Devi ji, Nirbhaya's mother. आशा जी, आप कल जाके अंजलि के माँ से भी मिले थी, क्या है उनका मेंटल स्टेट? वो डे 1 से यही कह रहे हैं कि ये कोई ड्रंक ड्राइविंग का केस नहीं है, सिर्फ ये रोड एक्सीडेंट का केस नहीं है, ये बिल्कुल हत्या का केस है और पुलिस 302 मामला दर्ज नहीं कर रही है। क्या उन्होंने आपसे कहा, और क्या आपको उम्मीद है इस केस में इंसाफ मिल पाएगी?
देखिए, जिस तरह से ये केस में 4 दिन से जांच हो रही है, अलग अलग एंगल आ रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी एक केस में मर्डर की धारा नहीं जुड़ रही है, तो कैसे इंसाफ मिलेगा?
और क्यों लग रहा है आपको कि 302 जो है वो धारा क्यों नहीं लगा रही है पुलिस?
क्यों नहीं लगा? क्योंकि मान लीजिए बच्ची का एक्सीडेंट, स्कूटी से टक्कर हो गया
जी,
तो जब वो टक्कर हो गया तो ऐसे कहाँ फंस गई कि 15 किलोमीटर कि 13 किलोमीटर घसीट गई, वो कहीं उनको पता नहीं लगा, कहीं गिरी नहीं, और उसके कपड़े बिल्कुल अंग से उतर गए। कहीं तो कपड़े फंसे होने चाहिए। तो जो मैं कल गई थी उनसे हमारी बात हुई, अच्छे से बात हुई। उनका यही कहना था कि हमारे बच्ची को बांध के खींचा गया और
बांध के खींचा गया,
की तरफ मारा गया। अब मैं भी यही कहना चाहती हूँ कि उसको सिर्फ इस केस को सिर्फ एक्सीडेंट के एंगल से नहीं धारा लगनी चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्ची को इसलिए इतना दूर घसीटा गया है आकि सबूत खत्म हो जाए। कुछ न कुछ इस केस में सच्चाई छिपी हुई है जो सामने नहीं आ रही है कि सबूत खत्म हो जाए, मुजरिम बच जाए, इसलिए उन लोगों ने इतना घिनौना बर्बरता के साथ घसीट के मारा है।
I think this is a very
देखिए
valid point and
जो
very
वीडियो
interesting
आ
point
रही
that
है
Asha Devi ji
वहां
has
पे
made. I
होटल
want
में
to
हो
show
रहा
out
है
the
कि
latest
झगड़ा
footage,
कर
and
रही है।
Shazia, please weigh in on this. This is after the accident. This is after the body has come off the car
बच्ची का
2
मोबाइल
hours
तक नहीं
later,
मिला, बच्ची का
where one guy, who is driving the car, he comes out of the car, it stops, he comes out of the car, goes to the back of the car and looks under the car. So he knew that there was something under the car because his movement was being restricted, was being impeded. And now if you look at what Asha Devi ji is saying, that Anjali's mother told her yesterday कि लड़की को बांध के उन लोगों ने लेके गए. Because otherwise it's hard to believe that, there are people driving a car and there is a human body under your car and you don't know. I mean, you drive around for 12, 13 kilometers.
यू एब्सोल्युटली राइट। आशा जी बिल्कुल सही कह रही हैं। बट मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डिप्रेव्ड मेंटालिटी कैन दिस बी, because from this new footage, and we keep getting more and more footage which
Yeah.
keeps making us wonder about this gruesome, crime. I'm intentional or not, I have no idea, but I can't see the reason why somebody would do this, why they would tie up. And I also wonder, Zaka, think about it. How is it possible that a body can be dragged, for so long? I've wondered about it. So there is something going on. So clearly there were dark spots. Clearly there were not enough CCTV cameras. Clearly there were not enough street lights. Clearly there was no patrolling as it should have been. So these are huge lapses, and nobody can be okay with it.
Anjali Rai,
And it doesn't
policing
matter,
is
it
a
doesn't
concern,
matter
no
which
doubt about
party,
it. Policing
which
should
party who
improve,
belongs to,
and
it
policing
doesn't
is
matter.
the first line of
Some
defense.
things are sacrosanct,
But-
you see.
Yeah.
Please tell her to stop. Yes.
Yeah, but the point is, what she's also raising about street lighting and CCTV cameras and, all the promises that were made after Nirbhaya, one-stop redressal mechanism for women police constables in every police station, women-only police stations. None of that comes under the purview of the LG. All of that comes under the purview of the state government. Fast-track courts, all of that. Where are we standing on all of that? Policing, yes, is important, no doubt about it. But mere policing alone will not stop rapes or will not stop the kind of crime that Anjali had to face.
If you're talking about the street lights, we have, I think we have done a lot about street lights, and the number of street lights has really increased in the city. But I would like to talk about this Asha Devi ji, whatever she was saying. It is a case of murder, and I really agree with her, because the girl, when she got stuck under the car, she was alive. And these people, according to the new footage, they knew that the girl was inside the car, and
Yeah.
the eyewitness also said that she was screaming. But these accused, they didn't stop the car. It means she was alive, and they were driving the car to and fro and were trying to kill her. So definitely we can say that it is a case of murder, and there should be no leniency in handling these accused. And the lapses which we are observing every day, new statements are coming up, and every day statements are changing. Eyewitness is trying to tarnish the image of the deceased girl. It's really very sad, and something should be done immediately. And whatever has to be done, police has to speed up. And LG, I would like to request him to please take stern steps and immediately interfere in this
आशा
matter.
देवी जी,
He
जब
interferes in
आपकी
every matter,
मुलाकात हुई
whatever
कल
happens in
अंजलि के
Delhi.
मदर से, ये जो निधि जो पुलिस कह रही है कि प्राइम विटनेस है, वो अंजलि के साथ ही थी, उसके पीछे बैठी थी, उसको भी एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, क्या फैमिली वाले ये विश्वास कर रहे हैं कि ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है कि ये निधि ऐसा एक दोस्त थी अंजलि की, और उसके जो वाक्य है उस पर निर्भर है ये लोग?
जी बिल्कुल नहीं, बिल्कुल। निधि को उनकी माँ कह रही थी कि हम उसको नहीं जानते, कभी हम उससे नहीं मिले, और निधि जो बोल रही है बिल्कुल झूठ बोल रही है कि हमारी बेटी ड्रिंक नहीं करती थी।
जी।
सबसे पहले मैं ये बता दूं, क्योंकि अब मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से बताना चाहती हूँ कि मैं उनके घर गई थी, उनके माँ से मिली थी। उनकी माँ बीमार है। अंजलि एकमात्र घर में कमाने वाली सदस्य थी, जिससे उसका घर चलता था। उसके 2 छोटे भाई हैं, एक छोटी बहन है। उनके पिताजी नहीं है। उनकी घर की स्थिति आर्थिक ठीक नहीं है। तो हम यही कहना चाहेंगे कि दिल्ली के हॉस्पिटल में दिल्ली सरकार उनको सबसे पहले उसके माँ का इलाज कराए, डायलिसिस हो, कि कम से कम वो 2-3 जो बच्चे हैं उनको वो देख सके, उसको पाल सके। क्योंकि अंजलि के अलावा उनके घर में दूसरा कोई कमाने वाला नहीं है। अभी वो अपने भाई के पास रह रही हैं। जो भी सरकार उनको मुआवजा दे रही है तत्काल दे। जो भी एक सदस्य को नौकरी मिलने वाली है, शायद उसके मामा को दी जाएगी, वो तत्काल मिले कि उस घर का पालन पोषण हो सके। बात निधि की है, तो निधि की सारे बात से मैं भी सहमत नहीं हूं। मैं उसी दिन, जिस दिन मैंने पहला वीडियो उसका देखा था, जिस तरह से वो अपने आप को बचाने के लिए उस मरी हुई बच्ची को ब्लेम कर रही है कि खूब ड्रिंक करी थी, सब लड़कों को जानती थी, उसी ने सबको होटल में बुलाया था। तो मैं जो भी वो बोल रही है, मैं उसका समर्थन नहीं करती। मेरे को नहीं लगता है कि वो सच बोल रही है। दूसरी बात, पोस्टमार्टम कह रही है कि उसने ड्रिंक नहीं की। ये कह रही है कि खूब ड्रिंक करी थी। पुलिस कह रही है कि नहीं, वो लड़के उसको नहीं जानते थे। ये कह रही है कि सब लड़कों को बुलाया था। तो कहीं ना कहीं इस केस में जो सच्चाई है वो छिपी हुई है।
सच्चाई छुपी हुई है. All right, we'll have to leave it at that. We're completely out of time. Like I said, Nirbhaya happened 10 years ago, and we all, rightfully so, felt outraged. We thought things might change. Unfortunately, after what we've seen, what happened to Anjali, it seems like we still have a long way to go before we can say that the national capital is safe for women. That's a wrap. Mari Shakil joining you with News Epicenter.